The interview room was silent. Daniel sat across from the most intimidating executive he had ever seen. Then the woman walked through the glass doors. His heart stopped. It was her, the same woman he had kissed 3 weeks earlier, the same stranger he had never expected to see again. And now she was sitting at the head of the table. Daniel slowly looked at her nameplate, Olivia Bennett, Executive Director. For several seconds, neither of them spoke. Then she calmly said, "Mr. Carter, I believe we've met before." 3 weeks earlier, Daniel's life had been falling apart. His job, his savings were disappearing, and every interview seemed to end with the same polite rejection. Meanwhile, Olivia had returned to her father's company after years away. Everyone saw her as a powerful executive. But beneath the confidence was a woman tired of being watched, judged, and followed everywhere she went. That night she left a private event wearing a simple coat, trying to avoid attention, and noticed 2 men following her. Neither she nor Daniel knew their lives were about to collide. Daniel quickly understood. Olivia wasn't asking him to fight, she was asking him to make the men believe they were together. Before he could think it through, she whispered, "Pretend I'm your girlfriend." He gently took her hand and pulled her closer, and without thinking about the consequences, he kissed her. The men looked away. They had lost interest. Daniel stepped back immediately. "I'm sorry. I had to make it believable, asterisk," he said. Olivia's expression softened. "You saved me. Maybe that's what fate looks like, asterisk," she whispered, before disappearing into the crowd. He never even learned her name. Days passed. Daniel tried to forget the mysterious woman, but he couldn't. He remembered her frightened eyes, and the way she had smiled before leaving. Somewhere across the city, Olivia remembered him too. She had met hundreds of people who wanted something from her. Daniel had wanted nothing. That was what made him different. One evening, she opened the company's job applications for a new position. One resume caught her attention. Daniel Carter. She stared at the name, then saw his photograph. Her eyes widened. It can't be. 3 weeks later, Daniel entered the company's headquarters with no idea who owned it, only that this could be his last chance. He walked into the interview room, and there she was. The stranger. The woman from the street. His confidence disappeared instantly. Richard Bennett studied him carefully. "You two seem familiar with each other," he said. "We met once," Daniel answered. "Briefly," Olivia added. When asked why he deserved the position, Daniel didn't mention money or desperation. "Because I know what it feels like to lose everything and still get up the next morning." For the first time, Olivia wasn't seeing the stranger from that night. She was seeing the man behind him. Daniel got the job, but instead of bringing them closer, it created distance. Olivia became his boss. Daniel became one of her employees. Every smile felt dangerous. Every conversation felt like something they shouldn't be having. Rumors began spreading that Daniel had been hired because of Olivia, that the two already knew each other. Uncomfortable, Daniel decided to resign. "Why are you leaving?" Olivia asked. "Because I don't want people thinking I got this job because of you." "Did you?" "No," she smiled quietly. "Then don't run from a lie other people created." That evening, Daniel accidentally overheard a conversation outside Richard's office. "He doesn't know?" Richard asked. "No," Olivia said. "You should tell him." "Not yet." Daniel froze. What didn't he know? Then he heard his own name. "His father once saved this company," Richard said. Years earlier, Daniel's father had worked for Bennett Technologies. He had sacrificed his own career to expose financial wrongdoing inside the company, but the truth had never become public. Daniel had always believed his father simply failed. Now he discovered there was another story. Daniel confronted Olivia. He wasn't angry about the job. He was hurt because everyone seemed to know something about his family except him. "How long have you known?" "Since before your interview." "And you said nothing?" "I was trying to find the truth first." "You should have trusted me." Olivia's eyes filled with emotion. "I wanted to." Daniel turned away. "Then why didn't you?" she finally whispered. "Because I was afraid you'd leave." He looked back. Neither of them spoke. Olivia finally revealed everything. Years ago, Daniel's father had discovered that a senior executive was secretly stealing company funds. He reported it, but before the investigation was complete, he was blamed for the losses and forced to leave. Richard later discovered the truth, but by then Daniel's father had already disappeared from the corporate world. Richard had spent years trying to correct the injustice. Daniel's employment wasn't charity, his father had earned it. And Olivia had one more truth to reveal. That night wasn't an accident, she said. I was being followed because I had discovered evidence about the same person who destroyed your father's career. Daniel's eyes widened. The stranger he had saved had been investigating his own family's past. The evidence was finally ready, revealing it could destroy one of the company's most powerful executives. Richard wanted to handle everything privately. Daniel disagreed. My father lost years of his life because people stayed silent. I'm not staying silent. The investigation began. Daniel risked losing his new job. Olivia risked her position. Together, they presented the evidence, and the truth finally came out. The executive responsible was removed, and Daniel's father's name was cleared. Standing outside the building that evening, Olivia joined him. You could have walked away, she said. So could you. I couldn't. Why? She looked into his eyes. Because you were never just a stranger. Months passed. Daniel earned his position through hard work. Olivia no longer saw him as an employee she had to protect. She saw him as someone she could trust. One evening, she met him outside the same street where they had first encountered each other. Do you remember this place? She asked. Daniel smiled. How could I forget? You were very brave that night. I was terrified. You didn't look terrified. I was trying to impress a stranger. Olivia laughed. And did it work? Apparently. The city lights shimmered around them. Once, they had been two strangers passing through the same difficult night. Now they stood together because neither had been afraid to make one brave choice. Olivia reached for Daniel's hand. If you could go back to that night, would you do it again? She asked. Daniel smiled. I would, even knowing everything that happened afterward. He looked into her eyes. Especially knowing. Sometimes the most important people in our lives enter as complete strangers. We don't recognize them. We don't understand why they appeared. We simply make one small choice, one brave choice, and years later, we realize that moment changed everything. Because sometimes, destiny doesn't knock on your door. Sometimes, it walks past you as a stranger and waits for you to be brave enough to stop.